When you go to the grocery store, how many items use plastic? Plastic is everywhere, and it is unavoidable. Most people look to terms of convenience when they use something made out of plastic. Although it is convenient in some cases, people don't understand what it's doing to our environment. In 2021, 5.25 trillion pieces of plastic waste were found in our oceans. Only about 15% of that is floating, and the other 15% is on beaches, while the rest sinks to the ecosystems of fish and sea creatures. Many animals, such as birds and sea turtles, mistake plastic bags like this one as food. On a normal day, 2.9 pounds of trash per person are generated. Thinking about daily routines of my own, it is not hard to see how this can add up. It is one thing to be aware of the amount of plastic surrounding you, but it is another thing to do something about it. This rapid amount of waste accumulated in our world is not good for our planet. It covers everything from credit cards to candy bars to egg cartons. The only other thing besides plastic removal is to recycle, and it is very important to recycle as much as you possibly can. Another huge problem in our world today is the amount of carbon emissions emitted into the atmosphere every day. On a cold day, you can see exhaust leaving cars. It saddens me to see just the amount of emissions going into the atmosphere on a daily basis. On warm days, it's hard to grasp how many emissions are actually going into the atmosphere. Every gallon of gasoline burned creates about 8,887 grams of carbon dioxide. On average per year, 4.6 metric tons of CO2 are emitted into the atmosphere just from one vehicle. Other emissions are also emitted from cars, such as carbon monoxide, which occurs when fuel is burned. The personal automobile is the single greatest polluter because emissions from millions of vehicles on the road add up. These are just two of the causes of climate change happening on the planet today. Carbon emissions is causing the world to heat up. Since 1880, the temperature of the Earth has increased on average at a rate of 0.13 degrees Fahrenheit or 0.08 degrees Celsius per decade. That average temperature has increased since 1981. Now, it is more than twice that rate at 0.32 degrees Fahrenheit and 0.18 degrees Celsius. For most people, this doesn't seem like that big of an issue. Having a warmer winter seems like a nice thing for them, but they don't realize the amount of problems that occur with just a few degrees in change. There is much work cut out for us these days. People can learn to recycle more items in their household. Another precaution that can be taken is making sure your trash is not left out in the streets. Although it is illegal to litter, most people still do it. Avoiding cars by taking a bike or walking to class is a good way to reduce your emissions. It is important to be aware of how much you are putting out into the planet. Mother Earth is here for us, and we should also be there for it.